you're not gonna win. Here's an old bro Mike that, again, shout out to my coach, Jimmy Football Fields, used to say, sometimes it ain't the X's and the O's, it's the Willies and the Joes. All the plays, right? He used to say that all the time. Man, all the plays work. It's about executing. And if you got the wrong coach pulling the trigger, nothing's gonna happen. Houston won't win with the tallest man being 6'6". They ain't gonna win if they go get some 7'6" motherfuckers out there with that stupid ass game plan they got. That's why Dan Tony needs to be sitting next to a Steve Kerr, sitting next to a Frank Vogel, sitting next to somebody who actually can be a leader of men and he can construct. You know what? Here's a thought for y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all can still call in before my special guests come on. Frank Vogel needs to link up with my man, the angriest basketball coach alive. What's his name? He used to coach the Bulls and the Timberwolves. Man, why am I drawing a blank on this dude? I got his face. Whatever his name is, y'all know who he is. Those two dudes link up, they'll dominate the NBA. What's his name, man? Coach Tom Thibodeau. Coach Thibodeau and Mike D'Antoni need to be on the same coaching staff. I would let Thibodeau be the head coach. Let D'Antoni create an offensive strategy, and they'll win 65 games a year and a couple championships. Coach Thibodeau, thank you, Chris. Coach Tom Thibodeau and Mike D'Antoni need to link up. Thanks, RC. They need to link up, and they'll be unstoppable. The greatest defensive mind in the last 20 years and the greatest offensive mind in the last 20 years. Don't get me wrong, man. I think Mike D'Antoni is an awesome basketball coach, paper and pen wise, X's and O's wise. But you have to be confrontational to be a head coach, and he is non-confrontational. You have to be able to get up in somebody's chest and say, man, you messing up. Get your shit together. That's part of being a coach. This old soft powder puff world that you can have, hey, Tyrone, we need you to step up and hey, Tyrone, get your shit in order, man. Rebound. You gotta get it in order to be successful. For those who are looking at my chat room, you just saw Ben from DS3 come in. I need you guys to support that brother, man. Just like I asked you to support me, Chuck, and DGreat, I need you to support Ben. Again, as our community is as small as it is, we can't afford to not support anyone. Ben has quality program on 7 days a week. That's with the brother Ben. You're going to get some good stuff. Hey, Ben got people on there throwing spiritual upliftment before they sports shows. Just like I do health and wellness, and I got a black history, I got a black empowerment fact, and sometimes black history coming in the middle of my show. I changed it. Yes, I did. I'm not going to do it at the end of the show. I'm going to do it at the middle of the show, and then that's when I start my new segment, Rapping with HRap. Now, as I get through this, I want to talk about our brother Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant is arguably the second, third best player in the NBA. When he's done playing, he'll definitely be a top 20 player in the National Basketball Association. I am a big, gigantic fan of his. But he was on You Don't Want to Smoke, also about Steven Jackson and my man Matt Barnes. And he mentioned that he still uses a burner account and how things fell apart and how he's tired of the media always trying to create something. First of all the young brothers who be complaining about the media, I'm gonna need y'all to shut the hell up. Seriously. The reason I want y'all to shut up is not that y'all don't have a right to voice y'all opinions, but with this thing called fame, scrutiny comes along with it. And if you stop skinning and grinning in all the reporters' faces and give them exactly what they're looking for, then what will happen? They wouldn't have anything to talk about. Kyrie Irving, you don't have to tell nobody you thought the world was flat. You don't have to tell anybody that. But you wanted to empower yourself. You wanted people to look at you a specific kind of way. So now they kicking your drawers in your behind. So while you sitting around, oh man, they tripping, they bothering me, yada, yada, yada. Kyrie, you could have fixed this by keeping your personal business personal and your professional business professional. If they want to talk about basketball, talk about basketball. If they want to talk about something personal, ask them something about their personal life. Well, like, what bra size your wife got? I bet they stop asking about your personal business. Or go the Dan Marino route. Dan Marino publicly states now that he's in media, or used to be in media, that he would purposely answer a question as stupid as possible so they would stop asking him questions. But these brothers want to be famous, and they want everybody to like them, and they don't want scrutiny. That ain't the way the world works, brothers. Sorry. It's not going to be that way ever. So you can get on the media, KD, Kyrie, and others, or you can suck it up and you can shut all the way up like Kawhi Leonard, or you could just play the game like the brother Giannis Antetokounmpo or LeBron James. Either way, do which one gets you the happiness. The last thing I'm going to talk about before I get to these NBA power rankings is this. I don't know if I said this last week, but it was on my heart. I need LeBron James to win another NBA title. The reason I need LeBron James to win another NBA title is because I don't want LeBron James to be the next order of the Dr. J, Oscar Robertson. First it was Oscar Robertson, then it was Dr. J. And I think Isaiah Thomas was next, and now it's going to be LeBron. What I mean by that is this. LeBron James, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas are going, because of Kobe Bryant's death, LeBron James is going to be one of the greatest stars that nobody's talking about when he retires. The reason I feel that way is this. Nobody talks about Big O if nobody's doing the triple-double. Big O is clearly one. Big O retired, if I'm not mistaken, number 2 or 3 in scoring and number 1 in assists. You should be talking about that dude every day. Then the doctor. The doctor kept this league afloat. And nobody, we talk about the greatest players alive, nobody talks about the doctor. And then you got Isaiah Thomas. He said what he said. He backed Dennis Rodman play, and he fell out with Michael Jordan. Everybody hate him now, but nobody talks about his greatness. And with Kobe Bryant's death, I believe LeBron James is going to fool around. If he don't win another championship, he going to get pushed into that greatest player that nobody talked to. Agree, disagree, or whatever. You can always give me a call at 773-797-2409. I understand that people are not looking at it that way, but just take a second, suck it in, and see what happens. With that being said, let me talk about this power rankings that I got last week. They wasn't ranked, but due to the excellent point guard play of the aforementioned DJ Chuck Chris Paul of Oklahoma City Thunder are 32-21, a number nobody expected them to be at. They are 10 games away from being 500, and that is a hell of an accomplishment. They're number 10 on my power rankings pickups to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Much love. Number 9, Mike Conley Jr. is on point like Trick Dice. Is starting to finally gel. They made gentlemen at the right time down the home stretch at 34-18. They were 8 last week. Now they're number 9, but I'm still rocking with them. They lost a couple close games, but hey, man, this is what time it is. Great show. Gotta get it going. Peace. Thanks, Chris. Thank you for the support. Mad love to you, brother. The Houston Rockets, they're going to YMCA basketball, but Robert Covington, Westbrook, and Harden. Hopefully they can get it done. They ain't gonna win nothing outside of a dice game on the airplane. They were 8 last week. They were 9 last week. They're number 8 this week. Big ups to them. Big ups to the Houston Rockets. I ain't doing no applause out there, run. The Miami Heat, they were 7 last week. They're 7 this week. Iggy ain't gonna make that much of a difference. They are getting it in. Mad love to them. The Clippers were number 4 last week. They're number 6 this week. They got Marquise Morris. It's gonna take some time to get used to that. I'm big ups to the Clippers. The Boston Celtics were 5. They're 6 last week. They 5 this week. And a couple close losses. I ain't really worried about them. The Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are 37-16. And they number 5. They number 5 last week. They're number 4 this week. The Raptors, same spot. Number 3, Pascal Siakam. My man Van Fleet, Kyle Lowry. They're doing the damn thing. Big ups to them. And then LeBron and them, number 2, they maintain it. And Giannis Antetokounmpo on place for 70 wins. Big ups to him and them. The NBA is on fire. do this little football segment, and over the next 10 minutes, I'm doing this football segment. Then I'm gonna have my special guest call in. I got DJ Finesse in the building. Much love, man. Thank you. I want to talk about this football situation. You guys mentioned earlier about the Dak Prescott thing. The whole Dak Prescott thing is pissing me off. Not just because I'm a Dak Prescott fan. Not just because I'm supporting, I want him to get his money. The reason it's pissing me off about Dak Prescott is this. Jerry Jones can resolve this issue. And see, when you address things in a timely fashion, you get things done when they're supposed to be done. And this is why Dak Prescott isn't paid. Dak Prescott isn't paid because Jerry Jones is anticipating that he takes the hometown discount. You cannot show up to me late and ask and then say, let me use the coupon from last year. No. Here's why I don't. Okay, financially, I don't think Dak should get him a discount. Realistically, he may as well because he needs to go ahead and get out there. But you can take the HRap approach, get the money and say to hell with y'all and really not affiliate yourself with the Cowboys outside of being on the field and take advantage of the money opportunities. But this is why I believe Dak Prescott is holding to his guns. Y'all got rid of a Pro Bowl, couple-time All-Pro quarterback in Tony Romo. And y'all said, this is our guy, and Tony, you're going to be on the bench or you can retire. When you said that, you made a commitment to this dude. Dak Prescott is yet to have a bad season. So why should he take a pay cut? Jerry Jones, if you had the good sense that I know you have, all you have to do is go to Dak Prescott about 13 months ago and say, Dak, Matthew Stafford makes $25 million. I'm going to give you $27 million, and I'm going to guarantee you $95 million. At that point, he sold up, Zeke sold up, and Amari could have been sold up. You banked on the fact that you were saying the quarterback is going to do the right thing, and he going to give us a hometown discount. That's not your option to come up with. I heard people like Lance Meadow, Mike Greenberg, and others say, oh, no, he should do what's best for the team. Yeah, Team Prescott. And that's what he's doing. It's a slap in the face to come at me in the 11th hour and ask for a discount and keep playing in your behind like that. I don't like it. I ain't trying to hear it. But, hey, y'all can look at it any way y'all want to. Are the 49ers all the way in on Jimmy G? I say hell no. Because of what the coach said. Y'all heard the Coach Shanahan say, I have the same amount of faith in Jimmy Garoppolo as I had in him the day before the Super Bowl. Well, it looks like it was none because he threw the ball out of 72 plays. He threw the ball 9 times. That's not a lot of faith. It was cool to say, hey, they were running it down the Packers' throat. That's why they only ran 8 times. Let's be honest. This dude threw the ball 9 times from the end of the Minnesota game to the end of the Packer game. You got 6 quarters, you threw the ball 9 times. I don't give a damn how good the running game running. If your quarterback is quality, you're going to throw it more than 9 times. It sounds good. Oh, well, they could stop it, so we kept doing it. Yeah, it's been plenty of times that Walter Payton, Eric Dickerson, Joe Morse, Ricky Waters, and Emmitt Smith were doing the damn thing, but Michael Irvin still got his numbers. Jay Novacek still got his numbers. Brent Jones still got his numbers. Jerry Rice still got his numbers. Phil McConkey and Mark Bavaro still got their numbers. Robert Smith doing the damn thing. Chris Carter and Reed Moss still got their numbers. So I want to hear this nonsense. You had zero faith in them, and y'all just pontificating and BSing because y'all gave that boy all that money, and he ain't living up to it. Now, I will come to his defense and say, he only played 16 games as a starter, 16 in a row as a starter. I get that. But Blood is 28 years old. A whole lot of players don't get better when they get 28. Kurt Warner is the exception. Now, if you telling me he's going to be the next Kurt Warner, then cool. But as of today, Jimmy G is a bust. This dude, what is his name? Tatum Hill is saying he wants to be a starting quarterback. Another 28-year-old. See, this is when you force me to go racial. Tatum Hill is a poor man's Lamar Jackson. Y'all talking about giving him the wheels to the keys to the New Orleans Saints franchise. he's thrown, I think, less than